Shalom. My name is Rabbi Shaul Praver. I'm the rabbi of Congregation Dath Israel, and I'd like to welcome you to Rabbi Rock. It's really a pleasure to be here with you today. My congregation is located, as I said, in Newtown, Connecticut, and we are a congregation of 100 families. We were originally founded by farmers, Russian farmers, and things have changed a little bit since that time, in the early 1920s when we first began. And we're a very strong, family-oriented synagogue here in Newtown. Let me tell you a little bit about Rabbi Rock and why I decided to do this show. Ever since I was as young as I could remember, even 6 years old, whenever I saw the television shows, the news, I always found that it was really negative, that the only thing that was newsworthy was things that were bad in the world. And I always wondered why that was so. How come good things were not considered to be newsworthy? And I still think that. I still feel that way. And for that reason, I've really decided to start this own little show here in Connecticut to identify people that are doing really fabulous things. Rabbi Rock is about Jewish music. Some of it is rock and roll. Some of it is more traditional. And I use the word rock in several fashions. For example, the word shalom could mean hello. The word shalom could mean goodbye. And, of course, shalom can mean peace. And Rabbi Rock refers to people that are really rocking in life, people that are really doing their thing and thriving in life. And those are the kinds of guests that you see on this show. Authors, musicians, people out there trying to make the world better. In Judaism, a really important theme, a really important concept is called Tikkun Olam. Tikkun Olam means fixing the world, making the world a little bit better than the way you found it. This is what all my guests have in common. They have really contributed in significant ways to making the world a whole lot better. And I feel very, very proud and happy to be able to have them here, whom you'll meet very soon. There's an expression in the Talmud which says we should act as if there's no God in the world. And what kind of expression is that? Judaism, after all, is a religion of monotheism. It teaches us to believe in God. So what is this directive? To act as if there's no God in the world. And the answer is it's a very good statement, because in Judaism, like I said, we believe in Tikkun Olam, fixing the world. We should act as if God won't do it, as if God is depending upon us as his messengers to fix the world. And that's the meaning of that expression in the Talmud. We should appoint ourselves as God's messengers and look around us, look in our immediate environment, in our household, in our schools, in our workplace, in our neighborhood, and in our country and throughout the world. Wherever there is something that we personally can do something to improve it, feed the hungry, heal the sick, give shelter to the homeless, we should do it. This is what really Judaism is all about. People ask, what does Judaism believe about the Messiah? Has the Messiah come? Will the Messiah come? When is the Messiah coming? And in Hebrew we call that the Mashiach. And my answer to you is very simple. When you wake up in the morning, you do your ritual, your morning ritual. I go out to the curb, pick up the paper. All right, there you are. You pick up the paper, you open it up, turn to the front page. No wars, Nobody getting killed. Nobody's starving. The world's working together in harmony. People are working together, not fighting over land, not fighting over resources. When you see a headline like that on the newspaper, the Messiah is here. That's how you'll know when the Messiah has arrived. There's no mystery to that. There's a redemptive spirit hovering around the world, throughout the world at all times. It's there for us to take hold of. And every one of you out there, I hope that you'll pick up a inspiration to do something like that from watching this show. I'd like to say that the media does not just report on events in the world as they occur. I would like to tell you that I believe that there is a wag the dog syndrome taking place, where we're constantly inundated with negative news on our television sets, and therefore we have these impressions in our minds, and these impressions beget actions, and we wind up with a world which is fairly negative. And I think that positive events happening in the world are very newsworthy, and we should hear them and be inundated with those images and those concepts, and then those images and concepts will beget very positive things. And I believe that. I believe that what we see is what we do. And that's why in my own small way here in Rabbi Rock, I'd like to make my contribution to Tikkun Olam, making the world better, by having this show and inviting people to come, and we could hear their stories, hear their music. Music is the great common denominator. It brings people together that may have different political views, yet the music is healing to the heart. Music was very important in the temple of ancient days. The Levitical singers in the temple that Solomon had built were all very, very important. And you're going to see all these things on this show, Rabbi Rock. And thank you for being here. And you're really going to see something special now. Shalom. Shalom u'bracha. Shalom, everybody. It's nice to be here. This is a really special day. I don't know how many of you know about a great rabbi by the name of Rabbi Shlomo Carlebach. Well, he was a great rabbi and had a great influence on the Jewish world. And his songs are sung all over the world. And many people might even think of him as the Bob Dylan of Jewish music. He really created and blazed a new trail. And we're really fortunate today to be with his daughter, Neshama Carlebach, who has continued this legacy of Jewish music. And it's really great to have you here, Neshama.
Thank you. It's great to be here.
So when did you realize that you would be a singer?
I think it started really when my father passed away.
Yeah.
I always loved performing. We performed together for fun and for various, I always wanted to be a star. What little girl does not want to be a star?
Right.
I never really thought, though, that there would be a need for me to take over his work.
Yes.
And then he passed away so suddenly.
Yes.
And suddenly there was a need for somebody to step up and, and just remind people that the world was still good, because that's what he did for so many. And so I felt inspired. At first I felt responsible to step up, and then I felt inspired. And as the years go by, I feel more and more uplifted and grateful that, this was also my calling, not only his.
Oh, you're doing a great job. I love your music.
Thank you so much.
I've been following all your CDs, and I'm looking forward to the new one.
Oh, thank you. Me too.